Hey, what's good? My name is Eccentric King, mixing and mastering engineer at Blinkmore Recording Studio. And today we're going to run through a mix breakdown of sTRAPPy's latest record, Do It. I'll sort of run you guys through the process of mixing down this record. This disclaimer, this particular record came as a wave instrumental and vocals. Now, generally, I speak for myself and probably other professional engineers in saying that we don't prefer to mix that way. But sometimes there isn't an option, right? Because a lot of you don't have stems. But either way, what I'll do is that I'll sort of run you through the mix. First thing that we're going to look at is essentially we're going to run through the mix pre-mix, so before the song was mixed, and then have a basic discussion of what I heard in this mix, or what I heard in the song originally, that I then opted to implement in the mix. And obviously part of that is client expectations as well, sort of having a back and forth conversation with the client and trying to figure out what it is that they're looking to achieve with the song, because at the end of the day, our jobs as engineers is to help our clients realize their artistic goals. So what I'll do now is that I will play the song as it was recorded, and then we'll dive into it.
Whoa. Don't speak unless you're being spoken. I don't like sharing my feelings. Forgive me for not being vocal. New chick, same whip, still pushing her open. Took a picture of my nip, then I sent it to a mobile. Go. Serenading my pupils. You can hear me on Spotify, read about me on Google. Shawty calling me frugal. Say she wanna go to France, so I bought a French poodle. Scarface more than hip hop. They try to send me to Hogwarts, but I rejected those mother suckers. Next movie that I'm in finna be a blockbuster. Wanna catch up on my fries? Why'd you have to go and out? Added the wrong condiments. Why? Skinny legs, big biceps. I'ma flexing for my exes. They gon' pull up when the sun sets. At the entrance of my complex. Push it up.
Okay, so that's a basic sample of the song. If you listen back to that, you'll hear that there's a lot going on. Obviously, sTRAPPy likes his backings, likes to have a lot going on in the background to sort of emphasize his bars, because a lot of what he does is like comedic rap, which is sometimes very conscious, funny enough, and you'll chuckle quite a bit, and some of the stuff is not PC, but yeah, well, artists need creative freedom to be able to say what they need to say. Anyway, let's dive into the mix. Have a listen to the mix, and then we'll sort of get into the specifics. Right. So this is the mix.
Don't speak unless you're being spoken. I don't like sharing my feelings. Forgive me for not being vocal. New chick, same whip, still pushing her open. Took a picture of my nip, then I sent it to a mobile. Go. Serenading my pupils. You can hear me on Spotify, read about me on Google. Shawty calling me frugal. Say she wanna go to France, so I bought a French poodle. Scarface more than hip hop. They try to send me to Hogwarts, but I rejected those mother suckers. Next movie that I'm in finna be a blockbuster. Wanna catch up on my fries? Why'd you have to go and out mustard? Skinny legs, big biceps. I'ma flexing for my exes. They gon' pull up when the sun sets. At the entrance of my complex. Posted up drinking a soda with the Caribbean pirates. Do it, just do it.
Okay, so one of the things that you'll hear in this mix is, the use of space. The beat originally came in with a lot of low end. And assuming that that's what he initially liked about it, those are assumptions that we always have to make. The biggest thing with the mix was to sort of stay true to that intention, stay true to the intention of the producer with the instrumental, and also stay true to sTRAPPy's vision for the song. He likes reverb, which is unconventional for hip hop artists, because hip hop is generally dry most of the time, but sTRAPPy likes his reverb, and he's very particular about that. So you'll hear those backings have quite a bit of reverb. If you go back and listen to them, let's see. Oh, something that you may have not heard. Um, Something that you may have not heard in that main vocal is the fact that there are panning delays within the main vocal. Yeah, and that's to add space, depth, and not necessarily something that needs to be upfront per se, or something that is intended to be upfront within the mix. It's actually intended to be in the background. So if you listen to that verse again, you'll notice it maybe this time, but I'm sure you didn't notice it the first time.
Don't speak unless you being spoken. I don't like sharing my feelings, forgive me for not being vocal. New chick, same whip, still pushing her open. Took a picture of my nip, then I sent it to a mobile. Go, serenading my pupils.
Okay, but if we go back to what I was saying about the backing vocals, or the ad libs and stuff that he added, you'll get to see what I mean by he likes his stuff really wet, and that's the preference. So that's the approach we follow when working on his stuff.
Whoa. Damn. I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk. No chick saying right now. Bow. Wee. Serenading my pupils. Read about me on the Google papers. Read about me. Started calling me cheap. Poodle. Scarface more than Harry Potter. They try to send me to Hogwarts, but I rejected those mother suckers. Next movie that I'm in finna be a blockbuster. Wanna catch up on my fries? Why'd you have to go and add mustard? Skinny legs, big biceps. I'm a flexing for my exes. They gon' pull up when the sun sets.
Another thing that I've done here is if you listen to the beat, you'll hear that it sounds just a little bit different. And what I had done was that the original, as I said, had a lot of sub frequency content, which I cut out some of it up to 25 hertz. Obviously, the human hearing spectrum is down to 20 hertz, 20 to 20 kilohertz, even though most adults only hear up to maybe 15, 16 kilohertz. But, the stuff that's below, say, 50 hertz is felt more than it's heard. And in order to get clarity, I sort of cut out stuff below 20, and I sort of played it by ear to sort of figure out how far to go, because I don't want to cut out too much, so that it kills the feeling of the music. And at the same time, it's like, okay, you need to find a middle ground between firstly getting it pumping, in terms of like that kick coming through, that 808 being prominent but not muddy, which is one of the reasons why I cut that out. So I'm gonna solo it now, and then we'll have a look.